With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
HBCUs, they're more than just schools, right? They're where we learn, grow, and build. It's a place where we're free to be ourselves, innovate, and live our best lives while chasing those dreams, and yes, securing that bag. But the journey to success is not always easy. That's why Walmart is here for you every step of the way. From late night study sessions to game day celebration, Walmart's got your back, helping you manifest those big, audacious dreams. Whether you're starting a business, climbing the career ladder, or figuring it all out, Walmart is here supporting Black excellence at HBCUs. At the end of the day, your hustle, your creativity, and your journey matter. Walmart, we're all about empowering you with the spark to keep pushing forward. So let's get to it together. Learn more about how we are amplifying your story at walmart.com/Black and Unlimited. It's your journey, and we're proud to be a part of it.
Bring gas. Hey, bring gas.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just say Luka brought his ass to Minnesota and took care of business. A big old 1-0 series lead as the Mavs steal game one here in the Western Conference Finals. But we'll break that down here in a minute. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's your co-host, Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. And this is where we bring you the latest, greatest going on in the sports world. I'm moving a little bit slow this morning, but, we're going to chug right along, get through this intro. Cricket, how are you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm moving a little bit slow myself, up late watching sports and all that, man, but I'm doing okay. It wasn't a terrible night last night. Really wasn't a bad night for them Mavericks, man. Or them damn Panthers.
No, it was not. It was not. I mean, it was a pretty exciting game. Looks like, but listen,
Hey,
Cricket,
I
I'm
would
not.
have never thought the basketball game would be better than the hockey game last night. Never would have thought that.
Who would have known? It only took until the Western Conference Finals for us to get a good basketball game.
Bro, I had to turn off the hockey game at the end there because it was out of hand and flip back over to the basketball game because it was a game. I haven't done that all season.
Let's say good morning to our fine folks over on Rumble. By the way, we are over on Rumble, YouTube, X, and this episode will be out in podcast format in a couple hours after the show ends. Wherever you get your podcast, just search for Game On Sports News and Picks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button while you're there. We've got Super James, and that's it. Made it. He's here. Miss Marlene says, good morning, boys. Last night's Panthers versus Rangers game, broken hockey stick, Panther goal scored and taken away. Interference call, I think. Fun watch all the way. And checked in with the Plus Money golf crew. Man, that sounds like a fun night.
Miss Marlene's on it, ain't she?
She is. You're going to have to break down that hockey thing here in a minute for us. Break down what she's talking about. That sounds like a wild game. CU's in the house. He says, morning, old guys. Hey. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning. We
The
understand
youngest man
what
alive. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hurts a lot more than you
Super James says, I was in the middle of the Millie Goat show when that goal was scored / unscored. Man, you guys are going to have to fill me in on that here very soon. But first up, we got to talk about the basketball game. Because I don't know why, Cricket. Listen, I'm not saying I'm good at basketball. I'm actually terrible at basketball, okay?
You're a wrestler.
But I also, in my defense, don't get paid millions of dollars to play basketball.
It's true.
And I don't get why, in the biggest moments, these NBA players who do this for a living decide to not just go back to the basics, not go back to the fundamentals. Instead, they do some dumb shit that almost cost them the game. Did you see the end of that game?
I did.
What did you think about the inbound pass that he threw across half court?
That was close, man. Conley just missed that thing, bro.
What are we doing?
That's
you
what
have
I was
Kyrie
thinking. They looked
Irving.
a little out of sorts there, like they were scrambling. I've seen it several
You have
times.
Kyrie Irving. Have that man run around and get some separation and get him the ball.
And I've seen several NBA teams look like they're not really prepared for the moment in some of these spots. I understand NBA, you don't have to do a lot of fundamental stuff and everything, but sometimes that's what lacks with these teams. That's what costs you these games. And I've seen a lot of lacking in fundamentals throughout these playoffs, man.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, and I don't have a video of it to show you today, but the the Mavericks are what? Up
They were up by 4, and
they were up by 4.
You had KAT shoot a 3 that kind of rattled out, and they got the tip in. And so it's like 107, 105 maybe.
Yeah, so now they're up 2, and there's
like
14 seconds, I think, left.
Right around between 10 and 12 seconds, something like that.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening is now Dallas needs to inbound the ball. Well, instead of just inbounding it like a normal person and, that they do all game long, every single game, it's not like they don't know how to do it. Luka, and it was designed. Luka was the only one over there, and there was 2 guys on him, and he just goes, "Hey, throw it down the court." And I'm like, they're not really going to throw it down the court, are they?
Across, like diagonal across the court. Like, it's a long ass pass, man.
Yeah, he just hucks it up across the court, diagonal, like Cricket's saying, and homeboy catches it. First of all, it almost gets intercepted.
Mike Conley just missed it.
Then the guy that caught it was very close to just going out of bounds.
He about landed and stepped on the line.
I mean, he acted like it was no big deal. He's like, "Oh, I got this. We're good. We're good."
Yeah, I mean, he made it look a lot like it wasn't near as close as it was.
Yeah, and then so then what happens is Kyrie ends up getting the ball. They get fouled. Kyrie makes both his shots. Now they're back up 4. They throw the ball in, and it was kind of interesting. They weren't trying to foul. I thought they should have fouled right away. You're up 4. You just try to foul right away. There's
give them 2 shots.
8.9 seconds left in the game. Just foul them. But they did
make your free throws.
What they ended up doing was accidentally fouling Mike Conley
on a 3.
Now he missed a 3, but had he made that, he would have went to the line to tie the game.
And it was close to everybody was saying it was going to be a 2-pointer. They get back to get the little review, bro, and you got great camera work, man, because there was like a little sliver of like no paint in there. He was slightly behind.
As a guy that had Mavs money line tied with the over was already safe. I was like, that better be a 2. That better be a 2.
Yeah, bro. I thought it was. And everybody, you even got like the little guy, the rules analyst guy, they bring in everything. Everybody's saying it's a 2, it's a 2. And then they go back to that little freeze frame, and you could see like a quarter of an inch in between his foot and the 3-point line.
That man turned his foot just perfectly. That might be why he missed it too, because it was real awkward.
Yeah, but then you come in and you miss. You got to make the first 2 free throws right there, right? And you break the second one. Put yourself in a much tougher spot.
First, let's rewind real quick. What are you doing? I mean, once again, the fundamentals. You were half-assed trying to guard him and not try to guard him, which ended up, he's going to lean into you. He's going to lean into you and try to take the foul. And that's exactly what happened. And so what are we doing? You guys almost screwed up the game. But then, what happened was he ended up missing. So they're down 4, and he gets 3 shots. So even if he makes all 3, there's only 1.8 seconds left. They're not going to get it. So what he has to do is make 2 and then brick the third one.
Try to get a tip.
And hope they get the tip in.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I thought was going to happen, because I just saw myself losing this bet. But Conley makes the first one, misses the second one, so now it's all but over basically, because as we'll see right here,
a lot harder to get the tip out to the 3-point line, get a good look
in 1.8 seconds.
Yeah.
If you had 3.8 seconds, it'd be a lot.
Maybe
a different story.
Still tough to do.
But I don't know. It is in Minnesota, so maybe the timer guy has a little delayed finger or something like that here when it comes to this tip in. Good morning, Glenberg.
Good morning, Glenberg.
But here it was. They didn't even have a chance. They didn't even get it.
I was going to say, very anticlimactic.
Yeah. They tried to make it a sweat. They tried to give me a heart attack last night. But
man, they're trying to
really
give it
good
away.
Game.
Right
Good win for them. Good win for the Mavs. And we were talking about this right before we went live. The Kyrie game finally came through. I was trying to tell you, man, this is Kyrie's time. Luka after the game came out and said, Kyrie, if we would have been down 20 at half if it weren't for Kyrie being hot, because he was about the only thing working for the Mavs. Meanwhile, the whole Minnesota team was cooking in the first half. We had a pretty exciting first half. What was it? It was 59 Dallas 59, Minnesota 62. So I mean that was a high scoring. The first half went way over. It was fun, but Kyrie was the story of the first half, as that man put up 13 points in the first quarter, I believe, and he had 24 at halftime. Ended up finishing the game with let's see what we got here. Ended up finishing the game with 30. But he did all that cricket without making a three.
That's what's pretty crazy, man. That's playing some good basketball.
12 of 23 shooting. Did not make a three. Meanwhile, Luka decided,
golly, bro. He didn't even, what is he doing? I flipped out in the fourth quarter. He must have scored every damn point in the fourth quarter.
He did. He went on a 7-0 run by himself while the Mavericks went on this 9-0 run to separate and take over. And then Minnesota came back, and this is where Dallas was almost going to blow the game. They came back and tied the game. They went on their own little run, and then Luka kind of took over after that again and was doing everything. I mean, this guy was driving in and getting all these fouls. And then after he went over his 28.5, I was like, well, that bet's done. Who cares? Let's just get the win and get this parlay of the money line and the over. And Luka just kept driving in, and they kept fouling him. He threw up threes, and they went in. He ended up with 33 points himself. But yeah, it was looking like Luka was going to go under, but then he decided to say, "Nah, hold my beer. I'm going to take over this fourth quarter," and that's exactly what Luka did.
Well, I flipped over there at the beginning of the third quarter, watched first half of that because it was the second intermission of the hockey game, so I was watching a little bit there, and I feel like he had 19 points or something. I flipped back off of it, back over to the hockey game about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Hell, I flipped back over there with 2 or 3 minutes later. He had 33 points or something. I was like,
he went on that 7-0 run by himself in a little over a minute.
I was going to say, you must have scored every bucket since I turned this damn thing off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Crazy, man. That's what you want your stars to do, though, man.
Yeah, they gotta show up. Meanwhile, over in Minnesota, who is this? I want to say, hold on, I got to pull him up. I don't know. Jaden. I always want to say Josh McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels for Minnesota. He was the leading scorer for Minnesota. 6 of 9 AO from 3. He had 24 points. Gobert put up 12. Karl Anthony Towns, which I thought as a big man and Dallas not really being that big, would have a lot more involvement. He did not go over his points, rebounds, assists of 32.5. He only had 16 points. I guess he got pretty close. I mean, he had 25.
Did you see that play, which obviously winds up being a really big play in this game, where Conley or somebody bricked the three-pointer and Towns went up and grabbed it, and they went up calling it no goal because for basket interference, said it was still inside the cylinder?
I didn't. I was putting the boys. I had the boys in the bath. You think it was a good call?
I think it was a good call, man. It bounced up. The angle you have, you're looking down over the backboard. The angle is slightly back up off, and it kind of comes down at a weird angle. So it looks, there's a second there, it looks like the ball may be outside of it. But I feel like if you go over the way it looks to me, if you go and look straight down over the rim, I don't think the ball gets all the way out of the rim. That's the rule in the NBA. If the ball goes up, it's got to get if you brick it, it's got to go all the way back outside the cylinder before somebody can grab it and finish it. Well, I guess it was still slightly in the cylinder when Towns grabbed it. It was a great play by him, man. He comes in, goes up, reads the rebound right, goes up, gets it, yams at home, and they call basket interference. And it was a good call, man. I think it was the right call. I'm just surprised to see it called in Minnesota like that.
Yeah, let me see. I'm going to pull it up, see if I can. Here we go.
But yeah, I thought it was.
This is it without checking on it.
Winds up being a really big play in the game. Yeah, that's probably
it. Someone was illegally streaming this on methstreams.com.
Meth streams.
We're shooting from the rafters here.
Okay, so there's the shot.
And see, with this angle there, there's going to be a spot. It looks right here. It looks like it's out of it, but that's going down at a weird angle. You see what I'm saying? If you're looking right down over top of it, right there, it looks like it's outside of it, but I don't think it is. Because the angle, the way
because it's still within. It's still within.
So you can't touch it until after it's outside of that. It's got to come down, hit the rim again, bounce off. If you touch it inside that, it's goaltending. And I think
Yeah,
that's the
that
right
makes
call.
sense.
Because that angle,
That
you
makes
get a
sense.
good
Look.
freeze frame. That looks like it's outside of it right there. But where that camera's coming down on it, it's not coming straight down over the rim. That
No,
thing,
it's
that's a good
not.
call, man. It doesn't ever get back outside of that thing.
No, look at that. I mean, to me, that would make sense too. I mean, like that has not come back down below the rim yet. It's not outside the rim.
And he obviously
That
reaches
makes
and
it look
grabs it.
like it is, but if you know anything, like if you can just see by that ball's going straight up.
Yep.
And if it's going straight up, which it is, why would it be drifting out? It wouldn't be.
Why don't we have that camera extended out to where it can look straight down over the rim like that?
Because they want to do this so we can all complain about it on the internet.
Okay, that's fair. I was just curious if they had an angle.
Let's see. What is this angle?
This one probably won't do it.
This shows us the after effect.
But see right there, that where he grabs it and touches it, that ball's still over the rim. There's a part of that ball right there.
Yeah.
That's against the rules. And it was a good call. And I like the way they called it, because if you call it basket interference, you can go back and review it. If you do not, if you just let that stand as a basket, you can't go back and review that. So I like the fact that they called it on the floor. Then you get a chance to go review it, but they didn't need to review it very long at all. They said it was basket interference, which it was.
The whole ball has to be outside the rim, right?
The entire ball. You got to be able to.
Okay, then it's definitely
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah,
even the
definitely
other angle. It's definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. The whole ball. You got to be able to slide an index card or a playing card or something in there and see a little space in between the rim and that ball.
Well, and it makes sense because look at the two defenders. They knew not to touch it.
Luke,
Right?
I
They
think
knew
that's
not.
Luka right there. Whoever it is right
Yeah.
here under the basket, it calls it immediately. They're saying it as soon as he dunks it home. They're saying it's bad play, and they call it pretty quick. See right there, Luka. He's already like, that's cheating.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
And you know, Luka, very technical guy, man. He knows the rules. Well,
Glimber says Ant-Man said he was gas. Isn't he like 21 years old? I told you guys. It's the game 7. The game 7. And a lot of people, we had 2 games, where one of the teams were coming off of game 7. Now, I bet a lot of people would have guessed it would have been the Pacers that were going to be struggling in their game 1 because, it was their third game in 5 nights in 3 different cities.
Yeah. But they
coming off of a big win in Madison Square Garden. You would have thought that would have been the team. But I was saying, I'm like, man, I know Minnesota's young. I know they're coming home. It's going to be a home game for them. But 1, they haven't been here before. 2, and you didn't win your game 7 easily. You were down 20 in the third quarter. It's a different kind of energy and exhaustion that you expend there. And then, a couple nights later, you got to come back and play a game. I wasn't shocked that he was off.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of expect that sometimes. It's hard to go in night in, night out. And that dude did have to exhaust a lot of energy in that game 7. Pacers didn't have to do shit. They just kind of coasted through that thing.
Yeah, if it weren't for that one dude, none of the stars from Minnesota really did anything. But if it wasn't for McDaniels, these guys, it would have been a blowout.
Who had Jaden McDaniels 6+ threes?
I did.
You did? God, good hit, bro.
Thank you.
Probably paid like $10,000 to 1.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ship it. Let's go.
Just another day over here at GameOn.locals.com, just dishing out winners.
Good morning, Buku, and good morning, Loki. I don't know if you heard me a minute ago, man. I see you in here. Good to see y'all.
It actually was a pretty good night. I got to check. Did what's his name? I think he did. Yes, he got there. That's what I'm talking about. That's my guy.
Who was it?
PJ Washington. I just needed 2+ threes.
He hit 2.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, he hit 2. I saw that. I saw where that, because we did have one other underdog in there, and he was one of the picks, and I saw where he pushed.
Yeah, and it was like juiced too, and I'm like, I don't care. He's making his 2. He's making 2 threes.
We had 2 with that one, and then we had, I think, Luka under and paired with like Anthony Edwards over like 25.5 points or something. Because you'd send me that.
The only 2 that I missed that I bet and gave out on GameOn.locals.com, by the way, if you want to get my card every single night, were the 2 that screwed us on underdog. I had Dallas money line. I had the over. I had Kyrie over his points. I had PJ Washington over 1.5 threes made because I could do that. Underdog wasn't giving us that one, but they
gave us the 2. That's why I was kind of like, I almost didn't take it because I don't like putting it landed right on the even number there.
But
sometimes the not it pushes.
but the two I missed was Luka under his points, and that screwed up a bunch of parlays that I had. And then Karl Anthony Towns over 32.5 points, rebounds. I really thought he was going to have a more opportunity, but once again, another game where Karl Anthony Towns does not do well and they lose the game.
And I would have thought he got over that because every time I watched him play, he was playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I would have thought that he was getting boards, putbacks, all that stuff.
He's the biggest guy out there. Well, I guess Rudy Gobert is, but that's his teammate, so it doesn't really matter.
Big goon, man. Rudy Gobert's a big goofy goon.
I'm saying Karl Anthony Towns, like he should have been able to be more involved.
I'm with you. I just all of a sudden, maybe when you said Gobert, I thought about seeing him play last night. That guy's just goofy, bro. The only reason that dude's in the NBA is because he's 7'4" or whatever. If that guy was 6'8", he would not even be able to play in the G League.
Well, he's the one that started the pandemic.
It's true. Big goofy ass.
CU was right too. Our birthday special did not make it. I gotta admit, I gave out and I bet the birthday special because we said we would, and I did. But
what was the birthday special again?
It was Dallas money line.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember now. Oklahoma,
and then
Wolf's birthday special.
Then it was Luka under, so that didn't come through, and then it was Anthony Edwards over. I gotta admit, I wasn't too fond of the Anthony Edwards over, but I went with it for the birthday pick. But then I told everyone, and I bet this separately. I go, my favorite's just Luka under and the Mavs over because of the anti-correlation, and the Mavs to win because of the anti-correlation. And that did not come through either. So,
yeah, I wound up doing another one the other way. I wound up going T-Wolves money line, Luka triple double, Edwards under points. It was like plus 1,700. It got juicy, but Luka couldn't get to the triple double, and obviously the T-Wolves didn't win, so it doesn't matter.
Does not matter. I liked a bunch of Kyrie stuff, but I stayed away, and I wish last night was the night I would have parlayed everything to Kyrie.
I couldn't. But you sent me those in the underdog. I was like, nope, I'm not picking him under, over. I'm not giving you the chance to tell me I told you so if he goes over, and I'm not letting us get bit by him going under again. So I just left him alone last night.
Hey, he showed up. He did his thing. It was great. Real quick before we get into the hockey game, because you guys got to tell me all about that. You got anything else on this basketball game? Do you expect the T-Wolves come back game 2?
I expect the T-Wolves to win the next 2. I expect Dallas to win game 4, T-Wolves to win 5, Dallas to win 6, and I don't know who's winning 7.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what I expect. I expect the T-Wolves to win the next 2, then Dallas tie it up. T-Wolves go win the one back in Minnesota, and Dallas to win the one in Dallas in 6, and then I'm not sure who's going to win 7.
Hey, I have a feeling that this is it's more likely than not that this is going to be there's going to end up being blowouts, as we saw both these teams go cold during this game. I have a feeling though, games 2 is going to come down to the wire like game 1.
Think so?
It might make me take the points instead of the money line with the Mavs, because I was sitting there looking at it last night. I'm like, these games never go within this. They're never a couple point game, and then I'm like, man, this one. Had this been in Dallas and Dallas was favored by 4, you might not have won this game. You might not have covered this spread.
Felt like, the T-Wolves were kind of going to – I kept waiting on T-Wolves to pull away with it, and they just never could.
I appreciate that, CU. You guys are good, but need to keep Will humble.
Hey, good luck with that, bro.
Oh, it's been a while since I played this, but we have to now.
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
It always takes me back to that damn Jaguars over.
Dude, that's how I felt. Yes, the Jaguars over. Yes.
On Thursday Night Football when like every game had gone under or something.
Yeah.
What was it, like Jaguars Saints or
everyone's against me.
Yeah. It was some gross ass game. Had no reason going over
Jon
there. Like
Snow out there as all the horses are coming after him, and he's got
the game too. Like Trevor Lawrence had like a sprained ankle or something, and had like rushing yards like 11.5. His first carry was like 27 yards or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
It was crazy.
I was like, this fool's got it right. He dialed it in on this one.
Locked it in. A great way to lock it in. That's funny. I love that. We have this right here. So I was telling you guys yesterday, My tweet didn't go viral, but it's one of my more interactive tweets I've done. And I wanted to share this with you. You already know the hot take. All right. You already know my hot take and my stance. I had some people trying to call me out saying that I'm just doing this for clicks. And I'm like, I've been on this since the dude declared himself for the draft. Right. So here it says, what's an NFL hot take you would die on a hill for this upcoming season? I said Marvin Harrison Jr. will be no better than Jerry Jeudy. I got 23,500 views on this one. I've got 281 likes. That's nice.
Yeah, I was say a lot of people agreeing with you out there, man.
There's a lot of people agreeing with me. And I had all these people in the comments. You just want to be different so bad. That's a really bad take. You're smoking crack. I feel like there's a lot. Some people agree. Like, this is a great one. I agree. That's just facts. This won't age well, blah, blah, blah. So I got into it with some people. I was like, bookmark this and see me after the end of this season.
All you people right there in those comments, y'all better hope like hell that Jerry Jeudy does not have more yards than Marvin Harrison next year. You better. I'll tell you what, I might have to take a week's vacation if he does. Because I don't know that
Marvin Harrison Jr. wins the Rookie of the Year. All right.
Oh, that's now I'll show up for that. I've been telling you that.
Yeah.
We're on opposite sides of this fence.
We are on opposite sides of it. But if you think for a second that I don't have all these things bookmarked with all these people and the stuff they're saying, and some guy's trying to tell me that he was like, no, this was the worst take ever. I go bookmark this. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's a stupid ass take. And I'm like, well, hey. He goes, you're wrong. I go, well, hey, I got more people on here that agree with me. I got 281 likes of people agreeing with me versus a handful of Marvin Harrison Jr. dick riders that are commenting me and telling me I'm smoking crack. So I think more people agree with me than not. And he goes, well, go check the fantasy leagues and see how many people have him on their fantasy team this upcoming season. I'm like, that does not mean he's going to be good.
I'd have been like, bro, I'm done with this conversation with you.
Well, I did not reply.
That's what I'd have just been like. I'd have just shared a gif of me dropping the mic. See ya. But everybody's got him on their fantasy team. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
The second he starts being terrible and it gets talked about, if it happens this season, oh my God, I can't wait to come back to this.
People are forgetting that he's not on a team with I'm sorry, but I don't think Kyrie's a top 10 quarterback. I mean, not Kyrie.
Well, and everyone's like blaming Kyrie. Well, or
Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler.
I bet Kyrie be a better quarterback than Kyler.
Oh, probably. The dude can dish it.
He can dish it.
You see, if you can pass basketball that well, I bet you can sling the rock.
True.
It's a mix of hot takes too, because you got people blaming Kyler, then other people saying not with Kyler. Kyler, there's no way he can be bad with Kyler. And I'm like, what are we doing here?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The amount of people that interact on these posts throughout the day and the amount of time they put into giving their takes that, sorry, most of the time nobody gives a shit about, blows my mind.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, bro. The amount of people and the amount of time they spend on this stuff.
I mean, how crazy is this? I just made one little comment on here, and I got a quarter of the likes of what the original post got.
23,500 people took time out of their day yesterday to see what you thought. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
And I've got them bookmarked, and I can't. They better hope that Marvin Harrison Jr. has one of the best seasons ever. If he doesn't break 1,000 yards, because people are like, well, he's a rookie. It's hard to break 1,000. No, it's not. Not now. You as a wide receiver, if you don't break 1,000 yards, you're a bum. Sorry. Look at DeAndre Hopkins. He says he'll retire when he doesn't get 1,000 yards.
There's a part of me that wants Marvin Harrison to suck now. There's a small part of me that wants
just so we can have a show. You don't even have to show up. I'll just sit here and roast people left, right, and center.
I'll just stand here and be like, I told y'all. Y'all should let that man alone. Y'all got to fire up. See, here's what they don't know is that even if you're wrong, you'll be able to spin it and tell them like they don't understand. They don't understand what kind of mess they're getting in right here.
Yep.
I learned my lesson.
There's always an angle. There's always an angle, Cricket. There's a way to spin it.
There's a way to spin it.
Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, but sometimes I'm just in my zone and I'm like one of those doughboys making pizzas, right? Just
I knew when I don't remember what the bet was last year, but you came in, you beat your chest all day about something, and it went the total opposite. and you came in the next morning laughing at all of us for betting it with you and stuff, telling us you bet the other way. I don't know if you actually did it, but you had me convinced.
We have some fun here. We have some fun. Super James, new show, Smoking the Crack.
Smoking the crack, man.
I like it.
Don't smoke
He
that
says,
crack.
they're OSU fans. I don't know. Yeah, that's another guy. He was trying to accuse me. He's like, you must just be an Ohio State hater to just automatically come out because look at all that talent that he has. And I'm like, if you only knew, my team sucks.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, and we all hate Ohio State. That's just part of it, and it's your fault, Ohio State fans. You're the reason we hate them. The only reason I hate Ohio State is because a couple of my buddies grew up with are huge Ohio State fans. I've been to the shoe for the spring game and all that. I went to a game to watch Ohio State play Ohio State. Stupid, ignorant, but cool to see the shoe. But yeah, Ohio State fans, we hate you because of you, not the players.
Well, I was like, you act like there's never been someone with as much talent as Marvin
Right.
Harrison Jr. who's been a bust.
Right.
Like, that's never happened?
Yeah.
Never, huh?
Yeah, never. It happens yearly. A couple times.
Yeah. That's why, like, what is it? Like 50% of the first round picks don't even pan out?
That's what I'm saying. And anybody that got picked in the first round is obviously an ultra talented guy.
Oh, I did come in with a real spicy one just to piss
start
people
the pot.
off. One of the person I replied to, I go, he won't even be the 5th wide receiver of this draft. 5th best wide receiver of this draft.
Oh my God.
Which I mean, this is a pretty good draft for wide receivers.
Not impossible. Not impossible. There's some pretty good guys on that board that could come out and surprise you. I'm just saying. Hell, the best wide receiver in this draft plays tight end.
Yeah, that's true.
Period.
That's true. He says, CU says, no worry, he's softer than Charmin. That's a good one.
Our coaches used to say, you're softer than dollar store cotton, boy.
We'll spike the ball and them all be here. That's awesome. Fans are the most obnoxious anywhere. Yeah, fans, short for fanatics, of course.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the Ohio State fans. They are different.
Well, he's just saying fans in general.
Fans in general,
yeah,
crazy.
Like they're
we got up here. We get so pissed off about our sports team that the players on it have no idea we exist, but we'll get so fired up about it. Hey, I'm guilty of it. I get it. I'm part of the problem,
bro. Let me show you this. I love this. I love producer Chris. I love him.
Oh no, what's he done?
I reposted this video of Joe Biden. Here, let me show you the video first, okay? Because I'm so happy with Mike. Remember the other day when I showed you I had that money? I have like $88 on Kamala Harris to be the nominee, and it would pay out like $1,800.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks it's going to be Joe Biden. After seeing this, every time I see videos like this was yesterday or the other day,
you feel better about
after seeing videos like this more and more, it makes me feel so much better that it's not going to be Joe Biden as the nominee. Watch this.
And turn this primary from a campaign that's about negative attacks into one about what we're for, because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. Excuse me. We can only reelect Donald Trump. And turn this.
We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump.
Is he? What? I don't understand. For one, look at all these people back here that support this. Look, even the lady wearing the Biden shirt, she's looking her head up. She's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
You know, what is he doing? What are we doing? You know, all those people that set this up and like they got their guy in office, all that. You know, they're sitting there thinking, "Damn, we should have picked."
You know the kids. You know the kids in elementary school that ate crayons and sniffed glue.
That's one of them. Poster
right there.
Right there. Yep, she got a spoonful of Elmer's right now.
Chris, this is why I love producer Chris. He gets in here and he does these things. Like he replies to these things where people like these anti-Trump posts, and he'll come in and he goes, "Well, Joe is literally endorsing him on the campaign trail," and it will like tag my post on it.
Like, yeah, like he's.
But look at this. He gets in fights with everyone. This is my time. This is my notifications. Look at this. He's done it like 42 times.
Bro, he don't care. He don't care. He's gonna get his opinion out there.
He just is, and I don't care, man. I love it. I'm here for it.
I think it's hilarious. You got that thing on auto repost.
I want to see something. This thing's got 2,691 views, and like 99% of those all thanks to Chris posting this on other people's stuff.
Just reposting. Golly. Well, I mean, but come on, man. What are we doing? How is this guy the leader of the free world?
Dude, I saw a campaign shirt that I believe a majority of Americans would get behind. It was, you know how it said, like, you know, like Trump, Pence, or whatever, or Biden, Harris is usually what it says, like the little flyer.
Yeah.
It said anybody under 80.
Anybody. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like,
let's quit electing these 80-year-olds.
That's part of the problem. Is that we're literally electing people that are not too far from the grave.
Yeah.
Facts. I'm sorry. There ain't nothing tells me Joe Biden is going to make it a whole lot longer. Doesn't look like.
James says that dude constantly has shit coming out of both ends.
Literally. I mean, and he just looks so clueless. Like, sitting there stumbling over his words and stuff. I'm like, whatever. I don't even care if Donald Trump's full of shit. Give me somebody out there with some confidence and bass in their voice.
Someone that could talk.
Yeah. Just be able to communicate.
Biden talk and give his speech, and you see Trump do one, and it's like, okay, well, at least, even if you don't like the guy and you don't believe what he says, at least he can get through
least you can make me believe in you.
Yeah. I believe you believe what you're saying.
I don't believe Joe Biden can walk and chew fucking gum. God,
that's right. I need to refill my cup.
Go refill your cup. I need to get. We need to talk about this hockey a little bit.
Tell me about this hockey game. I'll be listening. I'll be back in just one minute.
All right, go ahead, sir. Let me see if I can get this pulled up here, y'all. Give me just a second. We'll recap a little puck last night. Had some action over. Let's see. This was game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Panthers handled business in this thing. Rangers couldn't even get on the board right here. You got Panthers score 1 in the first, and we had a scoreless second period. Panthers wound up putting up 2 in the third period. One of them wound up being an own goal right there. Played back into the middle, and Lafreniere just kind of poked it, and it slid through the 5-hole on Shesterkin there. That was the second goal, and the third goal was an empty netter by Sam Bennett late in this thing when it was pretty much out of hand at that point. Bobrovsky played very, very well. Bob out there doing the damn thing. 23 saves and 1,000 save percentage. Undefeated, never lost right there. Tkachuk had a goal and an assist. Verhaeghe got credit for the own goal there that went off Lafreniere's stick, and he also had an assist. So Panthers come out, look very, very good in this thing. I seen y'all talking earlier about the goal that was that the Panthers scored and then was taken away. It was, I do believe it was goalie interference. You did have a guy that hit Shesterkin early and did impede him from being able to make that save. That's by rule. That's what it is. He's inside the blue paint there, impedes the guy from being able to play his position. That's what happened there. So I thought it was the right call on that one. Didn't take him very long to overturn it. And so it was the right call, and obviously, ultimately, didn't even matter because they still win 3-0. It would have been the difference between winning 3-0 and 4-0, it looks like. But the Rangers just could not get any chances toward the net, man. They really, I think they only got held to, it was so they did not have a lot of shots. I know at one point I only seen like 12. This was in the third period at some point. But you got the great forecheck from the Panthers that was able to really control the tempo of the game there. You got great netminders on both sides, but Bob was the better one last night. And I think this is going to be a gritty series. I would expect the Rangers to come out and look a lot better in game 2 there, but they better, man. You cannot go down 0-2 and have to go back down to Florida. Florida looked like the much better team in this thing last night. Controlled a lot of the tempo and really played well. And
Buku, Rangers lost?
Bad. They weren't even close.
AK told me they weren't going to lose. They were going to sweep.
Yep. Road to 16-3 now.
This is the play that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where Oliver Ekman-Larsson's going to take this pass from.
I mean, that is, yeah. I'm not even a hockey guy.
Right call. I mean, he's in the blue there. The guy's going to shoot, and he stops Shesterkin from being able to go back across his body there and make the save across the blue. And I mean, that's the right call.
Well, I don't even need to know that he's in the blue or anything like that. I'm like, he's right there, hugging him.
Yeah, and it's and that is by rule how you can't touch him in the blue like that. You know, you're not going to be. You can't just push him out of the way, obviously. But if you're in the blue,
the second that this guy is realizing, oh shoot, I'm going to slide into the blue, he should have just veered off this way, right?
He can go into the blue. He just can't touch him while he's in there.
That's what I'm saying. The second he's in there, though, he should have probably just veered off.
And it's a good play by old boy here. I'm not sure who that is for the Rangers, but why
push him into him.
Yeah, that because you're going to get that call. So good play by him. Heads up, you get it there, and it's like they didn't take him long to review this thing, but that's the right call. That is goalie interference, and it did impede him from playing his position. And once again, I mean, hell, this would have made it 2-0 at the time. They wind up getting an own goal here a few minutes later. That was just a kind of a piss poor deal. The Rangers, I was on the Rangers.
That dude. Good play by that dude.
Oh, that Lindgren? Yeah, Lindgren's a player too, man. But yeah, I actually wound up going into the third period when they were down 1-0. I actually wound up. I was on the Rangers on the money line. I was like, you know what? Rangers look terrible in this thing. I was like, I think the Panthers are going to win this by -1.5 was +140 at the time. So I bet the Panthers -1.5, and I was this close to pulling the trigger on the -2.5 because I was like, you see the empty netters. I could see it getting out to a 3-goal win because -2.5 was like +380 or something. I took the +140, but I couldn't pull the trigger on the +380. That's why we can't have
this dude's out here with a busted up nose,
dude.
Tissue stuffed up his face. By the way, right here he looks like Daryl from Walking Dead, doesn't he?
He does. He does kind of see that. But yeah, bro, these guys are so different. I saw I believe it was Chris Fox maybe for the Rangers that got it. Everybody was screaming for a high stick, and it looked like in real time it looked kind of like a high stick, but the puck bounced up, hits him in the mouth. I never did see if it knocked some chiclets out. I cannot understand, bro, how none of these guys wear full face masks.
They're tough. They're tough and they're crazy.
Yeah, bro. As tough as they come. They don't make them like that anymore.
They sure don't. I bet you the beer tastes so much better after getting your teeth kicked in a game, in a hockey game.
Whatever, dude. I ain't about that life.
I bet the beer tastes so good. Nice cold beer after the game. Oh, man, a good – I almost grabbed it last night. I was walking in after work, stopped by the gas station, and I was going to go grab some Coors and walk in and featured right in the center of the little cooler room, right? Because I keep the beers in the cool room now. I open it up and right there is a Molson, Canadian Molson. And I was like, oh man, I haven't had, there was a good time when we went up to Whistler in Canada. Me and my buddy, we drank a lot of Molsons up there. They were great. And I'm like, man, I feel like grabbing that, turn on the hockey game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a good time. Canada, let's go.
Anyways, let's see what the chat's saying. Let's see.
Where are we at here? Joe makes
16-2. Bear with the Machine Guns here as a Purple Samurai. I wish y'all a good morning. Support your local samurai. Hey,
good morning, Bear. SD14 fan was asking about you yesterday. She's like, "Where's Bear been?" I was like, "I don't know. He may be working or something." I was like, "I think you see him hop in, throw us a comment, let us know good morning," but he may be busy. So she was checking on you, man.
He was there. He was there yesterday. I think he came in.
That's what I told her. I said, "I'm pretty sure he came in this morning for a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
So glad you're doing all right, sir. Good morning.
Glenberg says, "Notice all the Biden lovers look like wet noodles."
Glue, eating that glue, bro.
Yep. Rangers are the Mets on ice.
Thanks to you. They won a lot more games. The Mets blew another one yesterday, bro.
Oh, Buku is not having it. He says, "See you. Keep your negativity to yourself."
Nothing wrong with the dreamer. I don't really care who wins, but New Yorkers deserve to lose.
Yes.
Get them seen.
Ooh. Super James says, "I got some of that -1.5 at -130 in game." There you go. It doesn't matter. As long as they're winners, we'll take them. Panthers just beat them up.
Bear says they didn't even wear visors until they made them mandatory. What savages, bro.
Grown ass men out there.
Different. Wired different.
I'll tell you what, Glenberg says the ESPN commentators are horrendous. After listening to you and Buku, by the way, which I made a bunch of clips of too, by the way, as you saw, AI came out.
I was like, we didn't talk about the Winnipeg Jets.
See, I don't know enough about hockey. Like when it does that with the basketball, it will do that with the basketball. It will like take the wrong team because we had mentioned it earlier and put it where, and I just correct it because I didn't know that. I should have realized that the Winnipeg Jets weren't in either of these games.
We may have accidentally mentioned the Winnipeg Jets maybe one time in passing. I don't even think they got mentioned in that entire video though.
It had to have. That's the
It
AI.
had, I mean, it had to happen somewhere. Maybe we were talking about the coach getting fired, some of the new coach or something. I don't know. But I don't remember even talking about the Winnipeg Jets. You know why? Because they're not playing anymore.
Yeah. But, those clips. But after listening to you and Buku and AK break it down, I mean, the ESPN needs to get you guys out there commentating on these games.
Man, we'll
Buku
puck around a little bit and find out, bro. That was a lot of fun with those
Buku
guys.
can bring it. Yeah.
That
Next
damn
time you
thing.
guys got to do that live. It's a lot more fun live.
Yeah, we will. I had to try to lock down the time. I didn't know when AK was going to be able to hop in and all that, so I didn't want to mess with the live. I want to be able to edit and stuff. But that AK, man, he has me rolling all the damn time. He said, I don't have a problem with the Carolina Hurricanes, except I hate their guts.
Outside of that, they're nice people.
Oh, man. Love a good show with AK, man. Never disappoints. And Buku coming through. Buku getting his camera shoes on there, man. He's starting to become a natural in this thing, bro.
I've been trying to tell you guys this for years now. Buku, natural on the mic.
Bro. The Iceman.
I love it the way I clipped out that Robert when Robert joined us, and I clipped out just the Robert Barnes segment. It starts out with Buku going, "Oh shit, gotta get
Later, boys."
Later, boys. The chat wants to know who's winning tonight. We got a little preview here. Oilers Stars game 1. Cricket. What's going down? What's going on here?
In this one, I think I'm leaning the Stars in this one. I've talked to Buku. We'll have our little phone conversation a little bit. We'll talk it through and see if he can't tell me something he just really loves. But I think I will be on the Stars in this one right here. I think.
Who's this Connor McDavid guy?
I expect the Stars to kind of dominate this series. He's played twice, but he learns quick. Pretty good. Just saying. But yeah, I expect
he's had 32 games, 100 assists. Is that good?
That's 32 goals, bro.
32. I was going to say, how's he only played 32 games?
And has 100 assists in 32 games. That would be impressive.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, damn.
The guy averages about 3.25 a game.
Can you get a hat trick and assist? Because that's what he would be doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's done that several times this year. I mean, this guy's playing I think we had only had before this season, I think there had been 3 guys that had 100 assists in an NHL season. And then Nikita Kucherov and Connor McDavid did it on back-to-back nights.
Connor McJesus to you, Will.
What do you think tonight, Buku? Well, how you feeling on this game this evening, man? I think everything tells me that I like the Stars to kind of run away with this one, man. I look at the netminders and obviously give the edge to the Dallas Stars and Jake Ottinger there. Should probably see Stuart Skinner tonight. They did put him in there in Game 7, but they did bring Calvin Pickard in for a game or two there in that last series when Skinner was struggling a little bit. And that could be a good point. See you, the under right there. I mean, I could totally see Dallas winning this damn thing 4-1 or something.
Yeah, the Stars, they're home hosting the Oilers. They are -130 favorites. Oilers are +110 on the comeback. Sharp money coming in on the Oilers, though, but let me pull up the total. The total is at 6. It's -110 both ways, and you have sharp action coming in on the under 6. So, that's a good call, especially because if the Stars get a lead, we've seen the Stars get a. If they go up 2, minus they had that one blown 3-0 thing, but outside of that, they sit on the puck so well.
Yeah, they got a great defensive team, man. Really, really physical. I think if you're liking the under tonight, I think you go ahead and take that damn thing down to 5.5 and go under 5.5 at +110. You obviously
go under 1.5.
You can go, the lowest will let you go. You can go under 4.5 at +265.
Okay.
Which might even bad. But under 5 is +200, and under 5.5 is +110. They're obviously
scared. They know it's going under 1.5. They're scared.
I'll tell you, whatever you like, I wouldn't bet the over on the line. If you like the over tonight, I'd move it up, go over 6.5 at +105. If you like the under, I'd move it down to 5.5 and go under at +110.
And then watch it land exactly 6
every time. The 4-2 final.
I love it. Okay. I like it. Well, you'll have to let us know. Do you guys know Smoke the Spread today, right?
No Smoke the Spread today. I'll try to get y'all a video out. And like I said, I'll talk to Buku a little bit, see if we can't find some angles, and I'll get y'all a little short video out. We don't have a big slate today at all. Slow on baseball, slow on hockey. Or what, we got one NBA game. So, yeah. I'll get
we're getting to this time where, it's just one game each night in all these sports. And, it sucks is they all start at 5 or 5:30 now, my time, which is sucks for me because I'm driving home from work usually during those. I mean, last night I didn't get to turn on the game until midway through the third quarter. But luckily, the next 2 nights I have off, so I'll be able to see tip off and whatnot. See, I said it right, tip off. Look at that.
Yeah, I like kickoff.
You like kickoff? Speaking of the NBA, we might as well preview tonight's game. I think they play tonight, right? Yeah,
Lindbergh says Dallas tonight. Yes, they do play tonight. Boston, Indiana.
No. Dallas plays tomorrow night, Glenberg, in the NBA.
Oh, he don't care about that damn NBA. He's talking about them stars.
Wait, Dallas? The city of Dallas has 2 teams in different
and ain't
sports?
neither one of them the Cowboys? Lovely.
What is going on? What is going on?
All these teams in Dallas doing the damn thing. And here's the Cowboys over here like, hey, man.
I got a strong feeling for tonight's game, Celtics-Pacers. After I know everyone wants to bet the Pacers because the Celtics have blown game 2 in every series so far of these playoffs. I think game 1 was the shocker. Was the Celtics should have fumbled that game. The Pacers should have won that game. They screwed it up. I think that was the terrible game. And like I thought we were going to see a blowout in game 1, I think game 2 is the actual blowout. Because everyone and their mother is going to be looking at how close the Pacers game was in game 1, how they should have won it, how they can keep pace with the Celtics. And then they'll look back. You'll see everything today about, oh, look at the Celtics have blown game 2 in every single series, blah, 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 blah. I think this is one where the Celtics are like, hey, we came out. We did not give these guys enough credit. Even Jaylen Brown afterwards was talking about it. He was saying, we cannot come out and start that slow. These guys play so fast. We've got to, step it up. And, we were able to squeak one out tonight. That's great, but we've got to be a lot better. I think we see a different Celtics team. I think this is the blowout. Plus, at some point, these Pacers got to gas out. You know what I mean? They've got to gas out with how many games they played. And I think
they play in first round. Was that 7 games too? Or 6? 6, I think. I think they beat Milwaukee in 6. Still,
yeah,
played a lot of games.
Yeah, they did. It was
about
in 6.
4 more than the Celtics at this point, right? 3 or 4 more. The Celtics played 5 in each series.
They played 5 in each series.
So they played 3 more games than the Celtics, at least.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be their 4th game in 7 days?
Yeah.
3 of which
a lot of travel back and forth too.
Yeah. And also I think it's just got to be a gut punch after, you had game 7, you came in game 1, no one was giving you a chance. You should have won the game. You didn't. You went to OT.
You gave it away. You had it won and gave it away.
I think we see I'll look at the total. I got to see what they adjusted the total to be in this
224.5.
That's a 3-point adjustment because of the blowout in game 1, like how much the over hit in game 1.
We got to also remember it did go to OT. They did get an extra 5 minutes there.
Yeah, but it was 116,
over, though. It was over anyway, right?
It was already over before OT. I think that might be a little bit too much of an adjustment. 3 points after 1 game of an adjustment like that. That's a pretty big move. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Boston in the under come through tonight.
I think you take the total as high as it'll go. Bet over again.
You think so, huh?
I think so, but I'm usually not right about these things. So, I would be careful, but that's probably what I'm going to do.
I got a weird little zigzag theory going on.
Well, why?
I don't know. We'll see.
Why? I understand.
It's all because I expect
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. Everything tells me it should soar over, which means they probably won't break 200.
I think it's just going to be Indiana is going to be off tonight.
Yeah. It's fair.
So
it could be Celtics could blow them out so you don't have the fouls at the end and shit like that.
And think about it, if Boston, like I was talking about where Tatum wants to just drive and the Celtics or the Pacers aren't going to let you shoot your threes, they're going to make you drive in. Okay, well, 2s, that takes up a lot more time and you get less points than just hucking up 3s. You know what I mean? So even if you are playing fast, I don't know. I feel like if this is going to be a blowout, I actually like the under to come in.
Okay, fair enough. And Lindbergh said McDavid has some sort of injury. He won't shoot and put Wyatt Johnston up for first goal. I love Wyatt Johnston. Yeah, man, I don't really, know how I feel. I feel it's got to be demoralizing for the Pacers to lose that one the way they did the other night. I don't know how you just get up and get ready to go again. I mean, you had that one right there. Going into a series as the not having home court advantage or whatever, you just want to steal one of those first 2. You can get one of those and recapture the home court advantage. You did your job in the first 2 games. I think they let it slip away the other night. I think they get beat by 20 tonight.
You got it like this though. Sharp money on the Celtics, but 72% of the money on the Pacers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm betting the Celtics
Right.
minus as many as they'll let me. And the over as many as they'll let. Parlayed with this over as many as they'll let me.
95% of the money on the over, but there's sharp action on the under.
Yeah. Never mind.
And I had not looked at this until just now.
I believe you. I mean, I know you tell me. I believe you. Take the under, y'all. Don't bet the over tonight. Something's
I have
weird.
a feeling, man. I have a feeling.
Take the under.
But I'll get everything out after. I got to marinate on this today. But
normally, when you have these feelings, though, they're usually pretty spot on. You can take the Celtics minus 20 plus 350. I'll tell you what, take a minus 19.5 plus 330.
There you go.
Good morning, MB.
But I'll have the picks out to you at gameon.logos.com, of course. And once again, there's producer Chris coming in with the Chris. But did you have Biden flipping in your bingo card?
This guy. I don't have Biden on my bingo card, man.
You don't have Biden on your bingo card? Let me scroll. Let's scroll through the Twitter timeline real quick. Let's see what I got here.
No, let's do a little baseball.
You guys catch a little plus money golf last night, huh?
I did not, man. I did not get to see it last night. I was engulfed in those 2 game ones.
It was a good show.
What is this Supermax stuff?
What do you mean?
What does this mean? When I see this Supermax deals and all that, what is the parameters for all this? And what?
So there's certain criteria. They had to make criteria. So the NBA has they have a salary cap, but they also have like the max amount you're allowed to pay a player. Well, in the last collective bargaining agreement, like LeBron and them were getting pissed because they're like, hey, I mean, yeah, we're making the max. That's cool. But here we are, like clearly the best player on the team. We should be able to be paid. Like, the argument would be like if Jordan was able to make the most he could, they would pay him $100 million a year back in his day. You know what I mean? Like, what would you pay LeBron to come join your team, right? You would have paid in his prime, you would have paid him anything, but you could only pay him a certain amount, and it only goes up a little bit each year. But with the collective bargaining agreement, if you are due for a new contract and you were the previous year, you have to make one of the teams like NBA, any of the 3 NBA,
all NBA or whatever,
all NBA and stuff like that, or the all defensive NBA or something like that. You had to get one of the awards, and if you qualified for one of the awards, then you can be eligible for what they call as a Supermax extension. That's why Jaylen Brown ended up getting a ton of money, because they're like, hey, he might not be worth that money, but since he qualified for it, he's obviously going to ask for it, and someone's going to pay him that, so we have to give him that money.
Yeah.
But Luka is now eligible for a 5-year, $346 million Supermax extension, largest in NBA history. Good for him.
So ridiculous.
Good for him.
Oh yeah, good for him. But ain't no.
Hey, if you're gonna get a 346, by the way, this is all guaranteed. This ain't like the NFL. That's fully guaranteed.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, if you're gonna be getting paid $346 million, I don't want to see your ass telling them to pass the ball down halfway across the court on the inbound. I want you to get open. Okay.
Yeah, hustle a little bit.
We got Nick Bosa here taking shots. 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa on how Brock Purdy carries himself. He says he kind of reminds me of Scotty Scheffler, except he didn't get arrested. Scotty Scheffler just catching these shade.
Y'all leave Scotty alone, man. Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. So Antonio Brown says he has less than 50. Huh?
What's our guy doing here?
Antonio Brown says he has less than 50,000 in assets despite having made over 88 million in his career. I'm saying this. I was hoping he'd see this and he would retweet me and call me the cracker of the day. I'd love it. But and he says Antonio Brown should contact Netflix about doing a roast.
Oh,
now he's not going to get the $30 million that Tom Brady got, but I mean, you'll get 15, 20. I mean, they would have fun with making fun of
whatever.
Antonio Brown.
We get a 1.5 million directly deposited in gameon.locals.com to use for.
Yeah, we get a finder's fee. We get a finder's fee.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And he's got to come on for at least 4 guest appearances on the show.
Mm-hmm. And he's got to say business is booming.
Business is boom. I can pay my chef now.
I'm saying you need to make some money. Go get that bag, man. Go to Netflix. Say, hey,
Good and damn well
ass.
he couldn't take that as well as Tom Brady did. Antonio Brown wound up freaking out right in the middle of that thing.
I would be tuned in just to see his rebuttal at the end.
It would totally be worth it.
They do it live. They don't know what the hell this guy's going to say.
He'd say, I told y'all Caitlin Clark, keep it hairy.
See, he says 80% of golf is mental. How you predict that?
Yeah, man.
Golf is crazy to bet on. Too many factors. If you play, you realize how many factors. Well, I'm telling you, those guys at Plus Money Golf, they know their stuff.
They've been they gave you Xander.
Adam is a professional golfer, so he
plays with a lot of these guys, man.
He know where. I mean, they give you outright winners and stuff like that, but they also give you the bets of like, hey, this course is favorable for this person. Bet them to finish in the top 20 at like plus 110 or something like that.
Yeah.
But Adam's really good because he knows the young guys, the up and comers that no one's ever heard of, and he's like, watch this guy have a good tournament. This guy's playing really good golf right now, and this course is favorable to him. This guy that no one's ever heard of, and you'll get him to place in the top 20 at like plus 350. And every time it comes
hits it, dude, right in the mouth. He'll give you some guy you've never even heard of his name, and the guy will shoot like the course record in one of his rounds or something.
Yeah, he came out and told us back in like, would have been like 25-ish years ago. He goes, this guy that no one's ever even heard of, you got to bet him. You got to bet him big. And his name was Tiger Woods. And I was like, who the heck is this Tiger? Who names himself Tiger? And then sure enough, Tiger came out and won that tournament by about like 20 strokes.
You're so full of shit.
I'm serious about Adam. Adam's good. See, you would like they're very professional. They're very buttoned up over there. They don't curse. I don't think Eric was on the show yesterday, so maybe they do. They don't usually curse.
He's pretty good about biting his tongue and that. So he'll bleep himself out. And so I think you would like that one. See, those guys are good, man. They're going to give you some gems in there. You don't have to bet on the winner. They'll give you some gems throughout that thing.
I said this yesterday. Heavy step to push back a little bit. But did you see Mahomes Danny Reed came out and defended Harrison Butker?
Well, good.
Yeah, but they didn't really. Here's what Mahomes said. Okay,
if I was them, somebody asked me, I'd have said I ain't getting in this shit.
Okay, he did defend him, but he also could have just been better. You know what I mean? He could have just came out and said he could have just came out and defended his teammate. And just straight up, just like you said, either don't answer it or just say, hey, guy's got his own opinions. That's fine. That's my teammate. I love him. I'm going to stand by him 100%. I don't give a shit what you guys think about him. He's my guy.
I'm telling you, y'all would get gold from me on these interviews if I was a professional athlete like this. I'd give you.
I would be like Mel Gibson and Braveheart, just firing. I'm up there on the front line, firing people up, yelling freedom. I've got your back. If this was, if you were my teammate and we were doing this, but this is what he said. It's kind of like I was talking about with the Rashee Rice thing. I've known Harrison Butker. I've known him for 7 years. I judge him by the character that he shows every single day, and that's a good person. That's someone who cares about the people around him, cares about his family, and wants to make a good impact in society. When you're in the locker room, there's a lot of people from a lot of different areas in life, and they have a lot of different views on everything. We're not always going to agree. There's certain things that he said that I don't necessarily agree with, but I understand the person that he is, and he's trying to do whatever he can to lead people in the right direction. It might not be the same values that I have, but at the same time, I'm going to judge him by the character that he shows every single day, and that's a great person. We'll continue to move along, try to help build each other up to make ourselves better every single day. At the end of the day, we're going to come together as a team, and I think that will help us out as well with eliminating distractions outside of this building as well. He also said, so they said, so what part of the speech did you disagree with him? He goes, there's just certain values that some people emphasize more than others. There's just certain things that I don't necessarily agree with. At the same time, I'm not going to judge him by that. I judge him by the way he acts every single day. I'm not going to get into full details with the entire speech. At the same time, I know what type of person he is, and I'm going to make sure I look at that first and let the other stuff handle itself. So he kind of took the little middle of the road. He said, I got my guys back, but there's things I don't agree with him, but I respect that. He has but he could have just made it a little bit more defined. He could have just, he played the middle road. You know what I mean?
I'd have said, hey, y'all know we play a little football around here. Y'all want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Buku would have came off the top rope and said sports
with a frog splash right on top of their dome. That's what they deserve.
You think he kind of took the middle of the road. He had his back. Yes, he stood up with him, but then he also was like, oh, there's things I disagree with him. So I just retweeted it and said, Mahomes makes the sandwiches in his house.
Bro, I'm so over the damn Chiefs. I can't see straight. I am. I don't care. I really do not want them to win a freaking game this year.
Oh man, it was great.
I know they're probably going to run back to the Super Bowl or whatever, but I'm over it.
Andy Reid was asked what he would say to women who work for the Chiefs if they have concerns about Harrison Butker's comments, which is like, it's so ridiculous because we all know how they're just making this way. They're taking his words and spinning them into things that he didn't even say.
That's what I'm
Andy
saying.
Reid says, I don't think he was speaking ill to women. I let you guys in this room and you have a lot of opinions that I don't like.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, y'all are all idiots. You get paid to be idiots.
I'm going to end up doing a video on this, piecing all these things together. But Andy Reid and Mahomes had Butker's back, as they should. I would have won a little bit more. If that was you, Cricket, oh, man. If people were coming after you because they finally found this, the show makes it big one day, and they go, well, what is this?
I'm the leader of the Repeal the 19th.
Better believe I'll be in here backing your ass up and saying, yeah, listen, my guy, he believes women should be at home, barefoot and pregnant, taking care of the kids, not having to do a damn thing. Let's repeal that 19th. I got his back.
First off, I didn't say all that.
Ask his woman about it.
I didn't say all that, first off. But if I believe in something and you're trying to tell me I'm wrong, I will tell you to go fuck yourself. Right to your nose. I will. And I won't be shy about it. I'll get on whatever camera I need to do it. You don't want to watch? Turn it off. Don't care.
Dude, this is what Mahomes should have said. He should have came out. First off, he should have came out with a sandwich and said, oh, hey, sorry, I was just making lunch. My wife made this for me. And let me set this to the side. And this is what I would have said if I was Mahomes. I was like, listen, the man's right. I got his back 100%. Good dude. And listen, I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to walk in the door. My wife, after taking care of the kids all day, is going to have a nice dinner made for me. I'm going to give her a kiss on the cheek.
2 sandwiches.
Then after she puts the kids to bed, I'm going to make sweet, sweet love to her. All right? That's how it should be. That's what I would have said.
That is what you would have said. They better be lucky we're not Harrison Butker's teammates.
And guess what? We're going to do it again tomorrow night and the night after. How about that?
I got a feeling ownership would have to call both of us and be like, boys. We got to tone this down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'll just be jealous he doesn't look good on you, boss.
I'll be like, what? You want a sandwich?
What? You don't got a woman at home making you a sandwich, huh? Making dinner for you? Making sweet, sweet love to you?
So you don't understand what Harrison was saying.
Let's catch up on the chat. Milk Toe says, Miss Marlene, he's careful about all those endorsements he has. Yeah.
That's true. They'll pull those quick.
Listen, you keep winning Super Bowls, they don't give a shit what you say. Outside of murdering someone, they don't really care what you do.
That's what I'm saying.
Murder someone or beat your wife, you're good.
You want to see how fast this stuff goes away? Wait till Harrison Butker has game-winning field goals in 3 of the first 4 games.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear nothing about this, man. So everybody be making him a sandwich.
God, I said this yesterday. Every single time he makes a game-winning kick, I would start the post-game interview with, on the field, just say, and I got to give a big shout out, first to the Lord and Savior, but then also my wife for staying home and taking care of the kids. So I come out here and play this game I love. That's what I would say.
Let's go. Oh, Miss Marlene makes a mean BLT, she said.
Ooh, okay. I like it. Can't believe we got no sandwich emoji. Marlene's got the sandwich emoji. Look at that.
You are from the old school, CU. I can see that.
Tell me that society is better with all the working women than when I was a kid and moms were not home. You can't. Bunch of hairy-legged femme gal.
I mean, whatever. If you want to work, go work. You want to stay home and raise a family, do that. That's fine. Everybody, you can have different opinions and you can believe in different things and it still be okay.
Yeah. You can be a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. That's fine. Go ahead. And let's be honest. There's some people out there that they have no interest in being parents. They have no interest in having kids. They'd rather have a career and that's how they want to live their life. Go ahead. Do it.
Fine. Do what you
do. And there's crazy people like me that decide to pop out 4 and under 4 years. But hey, that's what we do.
That's what's great about America. You have those options.
Yeah, see, I kind of put that together after I said moms were home. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that my wife we're fortunate that my wife gets to stay home and raise these kids. I'd rather have her raise them than some daycare, because we're both having to slave away and work. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Last night I just walked through the door and I knew not to talk to my wife other than what I needed. I knew not to poke the bear because it was a rough day.
We've been there. There's a lot of guys that aren't like us, man. We got young kids, and we've had to have them on our own and do that stuff too. And so a lot of people. I know a lot of my buddies that could not handle 3 small kids, man. A lot of them that don't want no part of that.
I mean, try twins, dude. Try twins. Take out the fact that you got a 3 and 2-year-old also.
That's
try
what I'm
twins,
saying, bro. I've been there with you. I've had the 3 and 2 and the newborn. I've never had the 3 and the 2 and 2 newborns. I know how much work the 3 and the 2 and 1 single newborn was, keeping that one alive. I can't imagine having to keep 2 of them alive at the same time. You never get a break, bro.
Yeah, I know. We're here. We're grinding through it. Hey, I knew my bet was a winner yesterday when I saw this.
Dude, when you said, I was like, yep, you're right. The Mavericks totally win this game.
Everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay. We're gonna have to talk about this sometime, but it's not a huge issue right now. But I'm gonna probably do a video on this. Charlotte family suing LaMelo Ball and the Hornets after Ball allegedly drove over an 11-year-old's foot, breaking it, ignored the request for an autograph. And there's a whole bunch of video clips of him he just speeds right out of the Hornets stadium onto the
because he didn't want to give an autograph.
Yeah. And he puts his pedal to the metal when he
Let me
gets
ask you
out
a
of
question, man. How long does it take you to sign your name? 2 seconds?
Never been in that situation, so I don't know.
You ain't
I
never
would
signed
do
your name?
it,
You ain't
but
never had to sign nothing?
No, I mean, I've never had to give autographs out to people.
So what?
Who knows what kind of days that? Maybe they lost. Maybe had somewhere to be. Maybe
part of the deal. Don't care. Don't care, Will. You're getting paid millions and millions of dollars. Sign your damn name if somebody asks you to sign your name. That's part of your job description. And at least don't speed out of there like a crazy idiot. At the very least.
He says, kids don't have no mom slapping around. He goes, when I got in trouble at school, mom was there in 10 minutes to embarrass you. That's right.
Oh, I'm telling you, my mama jerk a knot in my damn tail. I promise.
Mine wasn't that. Mine wasn't so much of that. Mine was I knew the repercussions I'd get if I screwed up. I knew how terrible it would be when Dad got home.
When Dad gets home. Oh, you never want to hear that, bro.
Nope.
You spend the next 3.5 hours terrified if they said just wait.
It's worse than the punishment.
Absolutely, bro. I'm like, please just take me out now. Don't make me wait on Dad.
I hope you had a good day at work.
I got my dad's a big guy. My dad back in those days, my dad's 6'5", 225 and yoked, and you're like, oh no. What's he gonna do? My dad's a real cool guy, man. My dad may have spanked me a handful of times in my whole life, and I deserved every damn one of them.
Dude, I got the belt twice in my life, and that's all I needed.
And you deserved both of them.
Well, yep, I did. I absolutely deserved them both times. I got the first one. It was a long time till I got the second one, but I needed a reminder of, hey, we don't screw up.
It drives me crazy. People are like, I don't spank my kid. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes your kid needs his ass busted or her ass busted. That's why they grow up to be shitheads, because you didn't bust their ass when they were kids.
I know. Hey, I got to go make some bottles, which means I probably have to feed one of them. I'm going to leave it up to you. You want to recap baseball and then end on your own, or if you want to hang out until I can possibly get back, and then we could preview baseball. It's up to you.
Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, because I do want to try to get a video out for these folks, and the first games are going off at like noon. So I'll get over there and get y'all a video out. What's up, Derp? How you doing, man? But yeah, if you got to go start doing all that, man, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, because I do want to get a video out to them.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll try to get out a little MLB preview today too. It doesn't take me long to do those, so I'll just bust through one of those and then just upload it solo, just going over the lines and stuff like that. That works. Hey, this was a good show. Good show, people.
A lot of fun.
Remember, Marvin Harrison Jr. will be a bust, and we will be talking about that about 8 months from now. We will bring the receipts, and it's going to be a fun stream. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. What is it, Thursday? Yes, we got Thursday. We got some games on tonight. We got day baseball. It's going to be a good day. We're going to win some bets. Make sure you're over at gameon.locals.com, where you can get all my picks and access to my card. And sportspicks.locals.com for the soccer winners. I mean, Robert was doing a stream last night, and he was saying we had someone that all we needed them was keep it close. They came in and won it outright as a big underdog. And I'm like,
let's go. Okay, so he did a live stream. I was like, do I need to share something this morning? Do I need to post new videos?
No, it was his bourbon with Barnes. He did it on and Viva's thing. He just happened to mention it. He was like, oh, by the way, in Sports Picks, we're doing real well. So
because Uncle Bob, he'll slide me a video in there, man, and just be like, hey, bro, share this, and I may not see it for 10 hours later.
I'm going to try to do a locals exclusive stream. I might either stream at nap time, or depends on how it is. All depends on how the girls are doing, but I might stream at nap time, or I might just do a quick half-hour solo stream because I want to start doing some more of those over at the locals page for the supporters. So I will let you guys know about that. But you guys have a good rest of your day. And until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And until then,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.
HBCUs, they're more than just schools, right? They're where we learn, grow, and build. It's a place where we're free to be ourselves, innovate, and live our best lives while chasing those dreams, and yes, securing that bag. But the journey to success is not always easy. That's why Walmart is here for you every step of the way. From late night study sessions to game day celebration, Walmart's got your back, helping you manifest those big, audacious dreams. Whether you're starting a business, climbing the career ladder, or figuring it all out, Walmart is here supporting Black excellence at HBCUs. At the end of the day, your hustle, your creativity, and your journey matter. Walmart, we're all about empowering you with the spark to keep pushing forward. So let's get to it together. Learn more about how we are amplifying your story at walmart.com/Black and Unlimited. It's your journey, and we're proud to be a part of it.